What up, homies? Welcome to my Canadian YouTube channel. On this episode, we are finishing up the DIY project. Let's see what's underneath. Look at the clean, just sheer beauty of it. As you take it off, you can see them clean lines coming. Ooh, it's beautiful. Of course, you're going to have a little bit, when you're doing this, peel it in. Peel it straight in when you're doing this. Get it inside there so you keep most of that muss and that dust from going anywhere. Let's look at this. Look onto it. We'll figure out what's going on here. Anything that you see here, you just tape back here, and a little bit of paint thinner, anything will work. Some alcohol, rubbing alcohol will get it off. But that tiny little spot here, you can scrape this off with your fingernail in 4 seconds, 5 seconds tops. And as you can see, brand new stainless steel sink. And that fine line. I had a real heck of a time with the ridge on this. Plus now I'm realizing what it was. It wasn't level, so it was kind of pooling there a hair more than it should have been. I forgot about that. But you live and learn. You wouldn't expect this to not be level, but I should have leveled this before I started. It doesn't make a huge difference. It just took me an extra sand and a spray. It made a huge difference. It pooled in a few spots. Wow! When you take that off, you tell me that doesn't look amazing. I'll throat punch you so fast. How you doing? And you can see here, takes a lot of work. Your prep work was half the battle here. The sanding was the other half, and then the spraying just takes, you have to have a good, steady hand with a smart eye that recognizes it'll be okay, right? Take a look at that. It's like this came out of a factory. Four-letter word, but. Little spot here too, not gonna lie. Another 10 seconds of cleanup. Over here, 15 seconds of cleanup, okay? No big deal. And remember, this is a sink, so worst case scenario, it stays like that. But it's not. It's gonna look brand new. Nothing wrong with it. This is the last piece to come up. To be honest, that over there will come off after a while. It'll just, sitting there and then someone coming at it with a little bit of soap and whatnot. It's stainless steel, right? You cannot stain the sink. So that's what that means. But I think the paint is a bit more intrusive. We'll have to use a bit of paint thinner on that. 10 seconds with a Q-tip, away she goes. You can see here, we got the new sink drains put in. Looking sharp. We're going to get a new sprayer hose and attach that. And then everything's good. Oh, sorry, no, we don't. This sprayer hose is here now. We don't need that piece anymore. That was for a different type of sink that we don't use anymore. But I was thinking of maybe turning that into like a spot to put in like a scrubber brush or something. Just shove it down there. Why not? I think that's a good idea. So there you have it. And then last, paint this wall. A little bit of and then wall tiles. We're going to caulk, I'm going to caulk the backsplash. Hammer in, push this in tight. Something's keeping it from being super flush. I think it's just the fact it was never really pushed right into the corner. So once that's did and flushed, once it's flushed there, then I'm going to level this leg is out a bit. Actually quite a bit considering how much that leans. So we'll push that up and we'll fix it. Okay? Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm going to put you over here. Let you have a little bit of a peek at the finish. We used, this is what we used. I keep forgetting to showcase the Rust-Oleum Ultra Cover Paint and Primer in one. We used the Heirloom Satin White. Also bonds to plastic, so that's interesting. This was a laminate countertop. And this is the clear matte we used for the finish. Beautiful products from Rust-Oleum. Highly recommend. Used them before. This was maybe the third or fourth thing I've used them on. I think the first was my table. I'm not sure when I made that table, but I made that table. And the table has two types of automotive Rust-Oleum spray paint on there, but it was actually one was for automotive paint, which actually really turned out very well. I highly recommend sand down the wood very well, and you can use the automotive paint. The legs have zero scuffs on them, so it's quite amazing paint. I'm not even sure what's in it, if it's plastic, like if it's some sort of polymer, or if it's, because it's not latex, because it's car. It's I feel like it's some sort of paint, metal in the paint, or it's some sort of polymer paint, epoxy-ish style. Can't figure that out, and I don't want to look into it. Something else you're gonna need when you start doing some plumbing and stuff is a tool like this. This thing's gonna go a long way. Has various sizes. It locks in place. It just makes everything easier. Wrench will work, yes, and these it's like adjustable pliers with the it's got a slot in between that you can adjust the size of the plier head, the mouth. Those are my preference, but now I would lean towards this. But it's a specialized tool, right? You can't get away with. I mean, really, well, the thing is it's got, the pliers have their specific uses. This has like an arm on it. You know, the pliers do as well, but you can kind of adjust. I feel like the pliers are better. Maybe I'm wrong. This only has a single arm. The pliers take up more space width-wise when you're in small spaces. That might be okay for in tight spots as well. Maybe a shorter arm, and the head should be smaller as well. That's where I think the pliers are better, is the head is way smaller. Like this wouldn't work for, see, this middle part is doesn't need to be this big. This part needs to be this big to fit something inside of there, but this part back here shouldn't continue to be that big. So a space tool that is not, okay? Let's go. The pliers are a space tool, bar none. Those adjustable pliers are better, and that is why, because the neck on them is way thinner. That's 300% more neck than the pliers that I wanted to use, but they're harder to hold, and they're wider at the base. So there's your differences. They could work on that though. They could use a bit of a curved Y-axis for the plier instead of just a straight tuning fork feature, right? All right, this is garbage. I don't normally throw this stuff out, but this one needs to be thrown out. So I'm just gonna, this one I can actually, no, this one's not up. These have had their day, and now it's time. We're making millions and millions, and I can't wait to give back to the YouTube community. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm actually gonna have to pull that plastic out again. I'm gonna use it to paint the wall in here. I'm gonna be back in about 10 or 20 minutes. I'm gonna paint in here. I'm just gonna put some pants on and warm up, and definitely get into some what's my name, and then I'm gonna paint, and then I'm gonna go vacuum upstairs. After that, we're gonna brush my teeth, floss and mouthwash, make a pizza for lunch, have a couple cups of tea. So, and then we're gonna play some zombies later. I'm gonna take a lot of breaks later. My wife caught me having a 40-second nap there, and I feel like I gotta do a bunch of stuff now. But I gotta say, we're making a lot of money on these sleep streams, and I appreciate the people that continue to watch. Let's keep it going. and the future is very bright. I appreciate you now more than ever because everything's working out, you know. The viewers that I have are very loyal viewers. You show up all the time. You've been there for years. Thanks a lot. Thanks for tuning in, you know. So once I get the millions, I'll start distributing them out, you know. I only need about 4 million. So if I get 6, I'll give 2 away. That is 33% of my wealth. And I mean, come on, I just started getting wealthy. Let's see what happens next year, right? But let's get me to 1 million subscribers so I can start doing, I want to do $1 million giveaways, you know? Live $1 million giveaways for adults only. Sorry, if you're, you know, you got to get your parents. If you get your parents to subscribe, and your parents gotta, children cannot win. So your parents are the ones I'm looking for to subscribe, become channel members. You know, I want to take your Christmas presents, kids. When your parents subscribe to me and channel member up, you know, you're gonna get less Christmas presents. So, no kids allowed type of deal going on over here. I haven't really decided to say that yet, but I'm kind of sort of saying that. I've always been an adult YouTube channel, but I don't, you know, I don't say, I definitely don't hate kids. I just don't want kids really chilling in the stream. I don't think you really serve a purpose here in my YouTube channel. I've tried to figure out what it could be. There is none. So, I appreciate kids and I love all kids, but if you're watching this, you should probably get going. What would you be doing watching a dude pick tape off of the back of his bathroom kitchen sink anyway? To this point, but too many adults focused on the kid's view, kids like, and the kid's dollar. You know, I don't want any of that. I'm sitting here picking this stuff off with my fingernail, but I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna use a vacuum around the edge real quick, nice and light. Nobody's on the phone over there, no board meeting going on, so. This Dyson is on the fritz. I'm pretty sure it's my charging station, because sometimes the Dyson charges. If it was the battery wouldn't be able to hold a charge ever. So, you want to come see, hon, please? Because I worked on this hard for you. Just come have a quick peek and then take off. Let's get what you think on the camera here as well. You come on in. It's right to there. It's focused. So.
Okay.
This is just
I'm not worried about it. That'll come off with a scrub.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about it. I'll just be gentle with it. I'll probably put a towel down.
Yeah.
For the first week. Underneath
it would be
my
nice.
rack. Yeah, I don't want to scuff it up so that it can completely cure properly.
Yeah.
But I just really need this space here.
Yeah. And then
I'll put something here too. I'll put a towel on here and a towel on there. It's nothing that I can't handle. Okay, thank you.
Hey, I love you. And I wanted you to know I did this for you, okay? You wanted this, something different and something new.
So where's the
Talk to me.
so
Yeah, let's have a peek, sure. You want to pull one out of the thing? Are you sure? Whatever. Yeah, but want to pull one out of the thing?
to get extra dust.
Okay, let's not then. Let's not do it then. Actually, all the dust is gone. Well, whatever.
We're full. We got the understanding. We know. So if
Can you?
we put one on that
Sure. I'll put a few down if you
put one
want.
on that side. They fit right in the grooves. Right, two there, one. So maybe you need to push that off over more. Maybe it's moved.
Oh, come on already.
Okay.
So you get the idea, anyway. We can
Put that
show
on
you.
the side. That's what we're going for.
What? On here?
On the side, yes. So there's going to be. So if you want to butt it up, we want to butt it up there. But you're saying if we have. That's why I'm saying.
Well, let's see if it butts all the way up. Let's
Oh, it
see
does.
what you-
It's perfect.
And then I get my piece of trim here. Okay, well we can do it. We can do it your way.
Actually, it should work out really nice your way too then.
Yeah,
Because I'll put trim this way. We'll go get a piece of trim based off of this.
and just do it all the way straight up.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All the way straight up.
That has to come up higher because we're gonna.
Say again?
Can you? I just want to see what it looks like this. How much higher do we have to bring it up to measure? Yeah. So put this up top. Right? Because we want it to match like that, right across, right?
Right there.
So then
That
all
one.
we
I
need
was
is,
hoping for this, but
yeah. So we just need to put something underneath there. You know what I mean? If we butt it up, then we have to butt it up behind this. So we,
you know what? Then
we
I think
lose
we
two
might
rows.
we might be losing just 2 rows.
I think we might be losing 2 rows.
and then you can caulk that against